All right, welcome to another episode of the MMA Fight Game Podcast. You're going to recognize this gentleman to my left, Pampos Grigoriou. He is now a UFC athlete. He is set to make his UFC debut next Saturday, March 16th at UFC Vegas 88, Tuivasa versus Tibera against Chad Ellinger, who is a veteran at 12-7. Pampos, great to see you again. I truly appreciate the time. First question right out of the gate. How's it feel to be UFC fighter Pampos Grigoriou?
Great to see you too, man. I feel excited and can't wait to do my UFC debut on March 16th.
Yeah, it's a big card. There's not a lot of like big names on the card. And the diehard fans will recognize and value the card that it is because the cards with not a lot of like name recognition, those are always the killer cards that always are have people talking on Monday morning, on Tuesday afternoon, things like that. You did have an opponent change. You were initially supposed to fight Tashaomi Kazma, if I mispronounce his name, I apologize. He pulled out of injury, pulled out of your fight with injury. How long did it take to get a new opponent's name once he dropped off?
Uh, it it took a while. They found me a different guy actually, and the other guy got injured too. And then they found me Chad. Uh, Yeah, it was a little stressful at the beginning because I want to fight, and because it's always happened the same thing, man. Like cancellations all the time, and I'm tired of it. So um, I was a little stressful, but I was still doing my fight camp, and I knew they're gonna find me somebody. So and I was accepting everybody. And then at the end, they found me Chad.
Yeah, and does since the opponent switches, does that really obviously you fight out of Serra Longo. Serra Longo is obviously Aljamain Marab, who just weighed in for UFC 299. Damian Nelson, who just had a masterful performance at Combat FC 6 against Don Shanis. Does the opponent change-ups change the game plan or the training that you're doing leading up to the fight?
Not really, not really, because I can face any style. Uh, I would just stay in shape, training all day, and that was it. I just waiting for opponent. I didn't care who is gonna be.
Yeah, and obviously, Chad is a grizzled veteran, 12-7. Making a UFC debut is a long time coming. It's a manifested dream. We've talked many times before about, this is your time, this is your time. What are your expectations for March 16th at UFC Vegas 88?
I'm gonna make a statement, man. I'm gonna make a statement. And you know, if I say something, I'm doing it. Uh, so you will see March 16. I'm going all in, man. Everybody, the whole world will know about me. You will see.
I mean, your statement when we talked, your statement about when you fought Cameron Smotherman, it only took you 60 seconds. Were you expecting that kind of finish? Did you manifest that as well, or was it just the right read and you were able to get that kill shot?
I knew that I could finish him in every position, especially on the feet. I knew it. I knew that if I find the perfect like timing and catch him with one punch, I know I'm gonna knock him out. Uh, so this is what I did. If it wasn't like with a punch, would be on the ground everywhere, you know. So I knew that I'm gonna finish him in the first round, though, and I said it in my interviews.
Yeah. What are your expectations against Chad?
Same,
First round?
first round, and because I know Chad, he's a tough guy. if I don't finish him in the first round, I'm gonna finish him in the second or third, or I'm gonna dominate the whole fight. I'm gonna be non-stop, man, non-stop. I have cardio for days, non-stop. You will see.
Yeah, watching your Instagram, you're always posting on your Instagram. I love watching it. Watching the training videos. You getting your rounds in and things. After you won Dana White's Contender Series, did anything change for you?
How you mean?
Did more? Were you recognized more? Were more things, more opportunities coming your way? Anything like that?
Yes, for sure, especially from my country. Because I'm the only one now in the UFC. Everybody knows me.
Mhm.
Uh, and I got a lot of support from Cyprus, and everybody recognized me in Cyprus. I'm like a celebrity.
Yeah, no, let's talk about that because if you follow along on your Instagram, it's the ferocious one on Instagram. You did like kind of like a media tour, going around making appearances in Cyprus, taking pictures with fans, doing podcasts, doing seminars, things like that. Talk to me about that experience. Talk to me about the reception, and anything that did anything really cool come out of that for you?
Yeah, I mean, um, the welcoming was amazing, especially at the airport.
Hmm.
People was there, ca- cameras, like channels. The UFC crew was there for the documentary.
Yeah.
Was crazy, and for 3 days, uh, I was always with the microphone, nonstop, um, everywhere for 3 days. Um, I went to Cyprus for 2 weeks, and I think I had like 3 days for myself, only 3 days from the 2 weeks because I have meetings and interviews and stuff. Uh, um, but yes, man, we had like some great deals in Cyprus because of the UFC, and uh, every day I have something new, and I know that a win in the UFC for my UFC debut, I'm gonna have more and more and more uh, because I represent Cyprus and they appreciate that.
Yeah, that's great. Being, you see all these UFC athletes like you and some others that, you're the only representative in the UFC uh for that country, and they have huge viewing parties. You're actually having a viewing party next weekend or Cyprus. I saw it just recently on your Instagram. You want to talk about that and plug that a little bit for anyone that, watches this interview and wants to tune in
Yeah.
for you.
So yes, in Cyprus they have a huge watch party at the Nax Head in Limassol. He's my sponsor. We're gonna have giveaways. It's gonna be huge, huge. Then they're gonna have another watch party at my brother's gym. Uh, they did the same thing. If you remember, they show it on the Contender series.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, yeah, they stay there. They have like food, beers, crazy stuff. Then we have another watch party in Astoria at the True Cafe. Uh, so the support from the um, Cyprus and Greek community, it's huge. So, and I know like many people, they will watch my fight, so I have to make them proud.
Which you already have. What's the time difference between the United States and Cyprus?
Now it's 7 hours, but because the we change tomorrow or Sunday,
Yep, Saturday night at midnight. Yeah,
yeah.
one
So we're
o'clock.
gonna have we're gonna have 6 hours difference.
6 hour time difference.
Yeah,
So
now we have 7.
9 hours Vegas time.
Sorry?
It would be 9 hours Vegas time because Vegas is
Yeah, yeah,
3 hours.
yeah, yeah.
And because you and I are both on the East Coast, and
Yeah.
you're looking pretty lean. Looks like the weight cut is going good as well. I can see it in your face, and you look real good. Training's gone well, right?
Yeah. Bro, I'm so tired of the training, bro. Yesterday Ray asked me, and was like, Pampos, do you know when we started the fight camp? And I checked my messages from my manager when they sent me the first opponent, it was November. So I'm doing preparation from November, man. So I'm sick of the fight camp. Thank God it's over. And I have a very, very tough fight camp. Um, so everything was perfect. I have no injuries. I feel healthy. Weight cut is going well. Because I'm working with the nutritionist from the UFC. Everything is perfect, man. Everything is perfect.
Yeah, that's really, great to hear. Is there any difference in like in a fight camp for the UFC versus like a regional fight, like when you were in Combat FC or anything like that?
Yeah, because it's a UFC now, man. It's a UFC. I cannot think that somebody else he's training and I'm not. You know what I mean? I need to train. I need to train. I need to be at the gym and I need to train hard. If I don't train hard, I don't feel good. So because I know it's a UFC level and I wanna go there and show to the world my skills, I train like crazy.
Yeah. So when you win on Saturday night, March 16th at UFC Vegas 88, the successful win, it's a two-part question. I'm gonna ask the first one now. What would be ideal and next for you?
Um, God first, I wanna fight in May again because June I'm going to Cyprus. So I wanna fight like now and May, and I wanna have two finishes.
Okay. And then when would you want to come back after that? Like Octoberish?
November, I think November they're gonna have the Madison Square Garden
Yep.
card. I
Yep.
wanna fight there, man.
That would be massive, a hometown fight, and the biggest
Yep.
in the world, largest city in the world. I love it. Now the important question. You and I both love Las Vegas. What are the plans post fight? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know.
Bro, we booked so many things. Uh, because I'm gonna stay in Las Vegas until the 19th, and then I'm going Los Angeles. So we booked some, restaurants, then to go for a food tour. I want to do the skydiving in Vegas. My wife was like, "No, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it." But I want to do it.
Yeah,
Last
yeah,
time I did the helicopter with a machine gun.
yeah. I saw that.
Now now I want to do the skydiving. I want to do something extreme, man. Um, and can't wait to go there to have fun. I love Vegas.
Oh, I know you. You and me both. That's what we're always talking about Vegas offline. I love it. Now, with the skydiving, do you have anything in your UFC contract says you can't do those type of extreme sports or no?
No,
No, it's wide
no,
open.
yeah.
Now that food tour you're taking, is that the lip smacking foodie tour? Is that the one?
It's in Los Angeles.
Oh, it's in it's in LA.
Yeah,
It's not a Vegas one.
no, it's in Los Angeles because it's gonna be my first time in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Yeah, I
You
wanna
gonna go,
try different food.
yeah. What else are you gonna do out in Los Angeles?
Um, I'm gonna go to the Universal Studios.
Yeah.
So we have 3 days. I'm gonna go to Universal Studios, the food tour, and the other day we're gonna go to see like uh Los Angeles in general.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's good areas like right around the Staples Center down there. and then up by Dodger Stadium and things like that. So that's always
Yeah.
yeah, that's
I didn't know because man I didn't know where to go because many people they say it's dangerous and stuff. Uh but whatever.
well, you're a UFC fighter now, so you're good with that.
Yeah, I'm going with that, but imagine if somebody has a gun, even
Yeah.
if you're a UFC champion.
Yeah, I don't think where are you and the missus gonna go to eat post fight in Vegas?
Um, like the same day.
Yeah, the same night or the day after.
To be honest, I didn't book anything for the same day because I said to my wife, I don't know what time we're gonna leave the Apex because you have the interviews and stuff.
Hmm.
Well, for sure we're gonna go for a dinner at the Red Rock with my team.
Awesome.
Uh, and then we will see. I rented a car and we will see.
Awesome. I love it. Can't wait to hear. I'll be blowing you up,
Yeah.
asking you, hey, what are you doing right now? And I'll be commenting on everything because I'll be living vicariously through. I'm missing Vegas. I think next time I go is gonna be International Fight Week, and then no, definitely gonna be there for Noche. Noche is gonna be a historic thing. We went last year, and it was a really, really,
And
really.
now it's gonna be at the Sphere.
And that's the thing. Like I'm dying to get in the Sphere. I'm dying to get into Allegiant Stadium as well. So as you know, your teammate just weighed in today at UFC 299. Marab is the backup fighter to the main event, which is between Sugar Sean O'Malley. This is in your weight division, and Cheeto Marlon Vera. I'm going to ask you some questions. Who do you think you're going to win? I'll give you bonus points if you predict the finish as well. So let's go right off the top with the main. Let's go with the main card. Actually, I'm going to go to the heavyweight event on the prelims first between Jelton Almeida and Curtis Blades. Who do you got in that one?
Oh, I don't know. Look, I'm gonna go with Curtis.
Okay. How are you predicting he finishes it?
I think it's gonna go a decision.
Okay. I'm with you on that one. That's one of mine as well. Peter Yang versus Sung Yadong.
Shit. That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. I don't know. Look, oh, that's tough. I'm gonna go with Jan.
Okay.
Um, I don't know if it's. I don't. I think it's gonna go the distance, man. I think it's decision.
All right. Gilbert Burns and Jack Della Maddalena.
Burns.
Kevin Holland versus Michael Venom Page, MVP.
That's hard too. I'm gonna go MVP.
Okay. The legend Dustin Poirier and his Louisiana hot sauce versus Benoit Saint Denis.
That's hard too. The whole card is hard, man. I mean, you
It's
cannot predict. Uh, Look, I'm gonna go with the experience and I'm gonna go with Poirier.
okay.
And I think it's 50-50. Okay. But I'm gonna go with Poirier.
All right. And then in the main event, a fight that's near and dear to your heart, not only for Marab and Aljo, but your division, Sugar Sean O'Malley and Marlon Vera, Cheeto Vera.
O'Malley.
O'Malley, how?
I'm gonna say knockout.
All right. And then following up, he obviously fought your teammate, Aljo, in Boston. Did Aljo say anything that you can comment on? If you can't, I respect that. Did Aljo say anything? Did he just get caught, didn't see a punch coming? Is that how it happened? Or does he think the fight shouldn't have got stopped? It should have went on a little bit while longer?
Look, Aljo, he wasn't against that, against the stoppage.
Mhm.
He said it could like they could like leave it for 1-2 seconds more, but I mean it is what it is. We move forward. I think it was a good stoppage. Um, but yeah, he didn't say anything else. Fight is a fight, man. One
Yep.
mistake and you're out.
Yep. 100%. And then one other fight I'm going to turn you on to is Robelis de Spain and Josh Parisian. They're both heavyweights. They're fighting on the undercard. But a fun fact about Robelis de Spain, he's had 3 fights that have totaled under 20 seconds total. His last 3 fights.
Oh, is the new guy.
The new heavyweight, yeah.
Ah, look, man, I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything about it because, first of all, you didn't see much from him, right? Because
Yeah.
everything was a knockout and quick knockout. I'm not gonna say any. What do you think?
Robelis by first round finish.
Yeah?
Yeah. We had his manager AJ Ariosa from First Round Management on, and it's tough because 5 fighters declined to fight him in his UFC debut.
Oh, that's crazy.
So I think if he has an absolute starching of Josh Parisian, which many are expecting to happen, he might have a tough time, getting those fights. He's got a longer reach than jonjones. Uh,
Yeah.
and he's a bronze medalist in Taekwondo as well, which is really good.
But I
And
mean, you know what? If they don't accept the fights, uh, probably he's gonna fight a rank guy, man, very quick. Probably his next fight because you know how is the heavyweights, right?
mhm. Well, the thing is that with the heavyweights, Robelis just absolutely steamrolled through the regional scene. Like, you came up through the regional scene, so I'm sure. I mean, you look at your tapology. You had canceled fight after canceled fight for
Yeah.
whatever reason, and people are calling this guy like a can. And I'm like, he's fighting cans, but in the regional scene, it is what it is. It's presented to you. I mean, you experienced that, didn't you?
Yeah, many times.
Yeah. So I mean, he's gonna get tested, and he's gonna have a powerful story. I'm not gonna release it here, but his story is powerful, and like what he's doing, training, working, training, sleeping for this fight camp is amazing. So that's another one to watch out for. As you are another one to watch out for. You're going to be the next 135 are coming out at Serra Longo. I'm firmly believe that. We definitely look forward to seeing you compete next weekend at UFC 88 or UFC Vegas 88 at the Apex. Before I let you go, anybody you want to thank, any sponsors that support you? I know we mentioned some out in Cyprus and things like that. Anybody else you want to give a shout out to, Pampos?
Yeah, I wanna shout out to my people in Cyprus
Yep.
uh, for supporting me and my sponsors. Um, the Naxiet in Cyprus, Flash Motors Technologies, Xenos Construction, Joanna Foundation, Mediterranean Food, IK Legal, and we capture media. So they are always next to me, supporting me, and because of them, I'm here today.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. A long manifested dream. You make your UFC debut. You are a UFC athlete now. You debut next weekend at UFC Vegas 88 in Las Vegas. Pampos, as always, I truly appreciate all the time and effort you put in with us. And, you definitely have our support. So just sit tight, okay?
Thank you, brother.